Long time no see. Okay, sorry. Welcome back, guys, for another Am I the Asshole episode. With your host,
Tori.
Hori
Skanko. Galen Query.
Galen Query. Babe, I fucking love that. Query. You're so good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Hori Skanko and Galen Query coming at ya.
Here we are.
And we are doing an Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, we get a lot of requests for these, so we're going to continue them because you know what? On top of getting requests, we also don't know what the fuck to talk about. So, here we go.
Ooh, this is a juicy one. Am I the asshole for kicking out my mother-in-law even though she meant no harm? My sister-in-law is a vile person. My husband and the rest of his family don't speak to her, or so I thought. I was having a very nice day some time ago when a friend suddenly sent me a screenshot. It was a picture of someone on Twitter saying horrible things about my children, who are 3 and 5. I was horrified because I don't put pictures of them on social media. My friend explained that person A that insulted my kids was arguing with person B, whose header was a picture of my children. Person A assumed they were person B's kids and insulted them as a comeback. Friend said she was pretty sure I wasn't person B because they had some... Okay, so this one person and another person were fighting on Twitter, and
they had the lady's kids on her post and they assumed those were her kids, so
yeah,
they hit below the belt and attacked kids.
I informed my husband and we basically freaked out to figure out who person B was and why they had a picture of our children. I then remembered that I sent that picture of the kids to my mother-in-law and even checked our texts to make sure. Mother-in-law has been staying with us for a week or so we waited for her to come home from wherever she was. Then my husband explained what happened. She seemed concerned as well until my husband asked if she sent that picture to anyone. She immediately went red in the face and started avoiding eye contact. She then said she sent it to my sister-in-law. So the vile cunt. I can't even lie. I saw red. It made a lot of sense too. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So she wants to know if she's wrong for kicking her mother-in-law out. Her mother-in-law did immediately start apologizing and said she didn't think sister-in-law would save the picture. She swore to never do it again and even deleted the pictures of my children off her phone, which I don't think is necessary. I couldn't bring myself to care. The next day while she was leaving, she said I was being too harsh. I think, here's the thing.
I'm confused. Why does the sister-in-law, she gave him to her daughter, the pictures?
Yes, and I guess the mother-in-law sent the pictures to the vile cunt sister-in-law.
And so, why would she do that if she doesn't care for these kids?
I don't know. I don't know why the mother-in-law did that.
Well, this is a confusing story for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what this has to do with Twitter.
When it comes to fucking kids, don't go there. Like, don't involve kids. Don't get... You're pissed off at somebody, be pissed off. Those kids are innocent and do not involve them. I would be fucking fuming if somebody came for my fucking kids. Like, that I don't play with.
Yeah, I get it. I get, like, mama bear kicks in.
Absolutely. As for her kicking out her mother-in-law, I think that's a little excessive. I think that if your mother-in-law took accountability like she did and apologized for it and came out and said, yeah, this is who I sent it to, and didn't have ill intentions behind it, then yes, you're kicking her out. I think at that point you just want an excuse to get rid of her.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary to kick her out.
Right. You want to cut ties with your sister-in-law because she's some toxic bitch? Fine, by all means, do you. But I don't know if you should have kicked your mother-in-law out. From what it sounds like to me, you just kicked her out and didn't accept her apology, nothing. Like, People make mistakes in life. You're not going to get a perfect human. Like, you're really not. So people, if they can own up to it, and after they made the mistake and say, hey, I fucked up, I'm learning from it, like, my bad, I like, forgive me, and you're still like being a bitch about it, then that's on you.
My thing is this. If you know I don't like this person and I'm not in contact with this person, don't send pictures of my children to that person.
Absolutely.
The mother-in-law had to have known what she was doing.
Yes.
And that she was, in essence, even if she had good intentions, was being a little bit sneaky. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's that. But yeah, no, I don't think you should have kicked her out. No. I don't know. This story is annoying. The way this person wrote the story is fucking annoying.
Person A and person B, just put names on people.
Right. Very confusing.
A fucking, am I the asshole? Add fake names if you need to.
Right. Like, okay. Am I the asshole for kicking my brother and his fiance from my house after she made comments on my girlfriend's eating habits? I, 30 male, have been with my girlfriend Kelly, 29 female, for 4 years, have known her for 10. Kelly's autistic, and one of her biggest problems is food. However, since getting together with me, she has opened up to a lot of new foods. Just to give an example, she wouldn't eat certain vegetables as they are, but wouldn't mind having them blended in or cut in small pieces. Now my brother, Kevin, who's 35, has recently proposed to his girlfriend of 3 years, Laura. She mentioned that he has some news to announce and will I be okay to host family dinner at my place since I love cooking. I said it wouldn't be a problem, and we've decided on Japanese theme. Now to the issue. For the main dish, I've made ramen, including the noodles and broth, from scratch. It had to be chicken as Kelly doesn't really like beef or pork, and since my mother also doesn't eat pork. For Kelly's portion only, I have added some extra veggies, which is zucchini, carrots, sweet corn, blah, 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 since she's not fond of eggs. So naturally, her ramen was served without an egg, while everyone else had a standard portion, which is enough to fill up a grown man. I also made sure there were some snacks on the table like tempura, yakitori, skewers, onigiri. Damn, I'm going to this guy's house.
Seriously?
Well, within the first half an hour of her being there, Laura kept picking on Kelly and kept saying she can't say she likes ramen because her version is not authentic. None of us are Asian or have any ties to Asia if it matters, which was upsetting to her and meant that Kelly started to eat significantly slower compared to the rest of the group. It happens when she's getting anxious. Then Laura has tried to grab some of Kelly's ramen to try and prove the point. So Kelly freaked out since she really doesn't like sharing food that's already on her plate. This resulted in an argument between Kelly and Laura, and Kelly crying due to her being overwhelmed. After this, I've asked my brother and Laura to leave. My parents were absolutely terrified over how Laura behaved towards Kelly and hinted that Laura should apologize. They ended up leaving, but later I've received a call from Kevin calling me an asshole for kicking them out and spoiling Laura's pregnancy reveal. He also wasn't happy about our mother scolding him over Laura's behavior. First of all, in any situation, keep your hands out of other people's plates.
Right.
Like
it's one thing when we do it to each other, couples do it to each other because it's like a couples thing, but like you're my sister. Like, I don't know.
We don't really do it to each other though.
No, I was going to say, even if like Alessia reached over and grabbed something from my plate, that I would be okay with it.
I wouldn't. And that's a threshold. Like, I don't like people reaching into my plate. Like, I don't. Unless you ask first or whatever. And if you ask, then I will give it to you. Mm-hmm. But to me, it's just very rude to like do that. But like, so for me, I would be like, what the fuck are you doing right now? When you're just reaching into somebody's plate, that's like, I can't.
Right. For me,
that's rude.
Like, yes, I feel like you'd have to be like, oh, can I try some? And then reach in, but just randomly. But even randomly, like, I don't know. For me, I'm a sharer. Like, if somebody really wanted to try my food, I would never say no to someone. Or even if they did it out of nowhere, unless you're a stranger and I don't know where the fuck your mouth's been. Yeah, don't touch my shit. But if you're family or a friend and you just came in and be like, oh shit, let me try it, and just had some, I'd be totally cool with that. I'd be like, you like that? It's good, right?
No.
You know, like, I don't care.
Yeah, I think Laura's an asshole. You first of all, it's rude to reach into somebody's plate like that.
I don't think it's rude.
I think it is rude, especially if it's not like somebody you really know that well.
Right. In her situation, yes, rude, because this girl not only fucking took food from her plate, but she fucking was making fun of her.
Right.
So yes, there's no relationship there. So yes, don't come over in my plate and think I'm gonna feed you. But I don't think it's, I don't know, if you know the family or the person, I don't think it's like, if you have a relationship, I don't think it's rude. Do I like